So then guys, today I want to tell you about the top 5 biggest upgrades we're going to be getting for the iPhone 16 and the iPhone 16 Plus in 2024 with the release just around the corner now. So that's right guys, today I'm going to talk about the iPhone 16 and the iPhone 16 Plus and give that a little bit of love in a video to see what kind of major upgrades we're going to see there, because obviously the likes of say the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max, the successor to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, obviously I've talked loads about them in the past, but what about the two more cheaper, if we can call that in Apple terms, iPhones that Apple are going to bring out, and what features are we going to see there? And first of all, let's talk about the design changes. And as you can see from these renders going around, we've been told that the iPhone 16 is going to look very different, especially on the rear camera. We actually did have a bit of a video showing us from Unbox Therapy that this is going to change too, that we're going to get a bit of a different design now with the actual cameras on the back. The actual cameras have gone back to a vertical way this time, instead of having that diagonal kind of way that we've had over the last few generations. Going back to a vertical ever since say the iPhone 12 series with that. But the main difference is we won't have that big square on the back anymore. This has got to be slimmed down a little bit more, and it's just to house the actual two lenses right there. And then with that, those two lenses look like they're going to be upgraded this time. We're going to get that 48 megapixel like we got last time in the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Plus, but it'll be equipped with the standard 48 megapixel sensor that we got in the iPhone 15 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. This was actually slightly different to the one that was in the 15 and the 15 Plus, and this is going to be moved over now to the 16 and the 16 Plus. So a 48 megapixel standard wide one here, the ability to zoom in at 2x zoom, or maybe possibly even more with some AI bits and features. But the main thing is this is coming along. Now the second big change that we're going to see with the iPhone 16 Plus and also the normal iPhone 16 is to do why those cameras are actually vertical. What looks like is going to happen is that these cameras can actually record spatial vision or spatial video, whatever you want to call it. And the main reason why this has to be like this is we saw with the iPhone 15 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro Max last year, it uses the ultra wide and also the wide lens, and they actually have to be going in a vertical kind of way to actually record, as you can see right here. So it looks like this is the main reason why Apple have done this. But to go along with that, it looks like Apple are adding an additional button to all of the iPhones this year. And this is going to be a dedicated spatial capture button now. So this is going to be probably for spatial video or spatial kind of vision, like I said. Or maybe this button could also be upgraded to different kind of camera modes out there, what I'm really hoping for. Because I don't really want this to be fully dedicated for spatial videos and things like this. Because not all of us own a Vision Pro, because they cost $3,500 out there. So, hopefully we can actually change that. But the other cool thing is we're actually getting another button added to the 16 and the 16 Plus, and that is the action button that we got in the likes of the iPhone 15 Pro and the 15 Pro last year. So this button, we can actually customize it and change it, and especially that we've been told we've got new abilities in iOS 18 that we can add even more bits and features to. This is going to be really cool that this button this time is being added to the 16 and the 16 Plus. But then the next change we're going to see is with screen technology. Now I'm going to say this straight away, you're not going to get ProMotion in a 16 and the 16 Plus this time round, unfortunately. It's going to be standard 60 Hz OLED display, but that OLED display is going to be a little bit more different this year. Apple are looking to use a display what's even more efficient than it was before, and also possibly even more brighter, and also far better with glare and things like this. So there'll be kind of like an anti-glare kind of texture over the top of it to actually stop that. And the likes of say Samsung, they've done this recently, so Apple look like they're going to be rolling this across the board on all of their iPhones this year. So definitely you're going to have a brighter screen, what's going to be even more efficient, so that definitely will help out in daylight time. But then for the fourth upgrade, and this kind of goes in line with that screen, and that is we're going to actually get a more efficient chip put inside of the iPhone. Now we know that battery life or the battery sizes are going to be around about the same, apart from the 16 Plus, it could be a little bit smaller, but not to worry, because the A18 is actually going to be added into the likes of the iPhone 16 and the 16 Plus this year. What we're not going to get is last year's chip, so we're not going to get the A17 Pro in the 16 and 16 Plus, or even say a basic A17 inside of it. It's going to be a brand new A18 inside of this, made on the new TSMC's process, and this is going to be really great to see that we're going to have this. And then obviously the likes of, say, the iPhone 16 Pro and the 16 Pro Max will probably have an A18 Pro, but we are going to get a standard A18 in the likes of the 16 and the 16 Plus, and then obviously it'll have lots of abilities to work everything with that. And some of those abilities and changes that we're going to get is, and this is the final fifth big thing that's going to change, is that we're probably going to see Apple Intelligence added to the iPhone 16 and the 16 Plus, and then also to make this work, we're going to get that upgrade up to 8GB of RAM with that A18, what's going to be absolutely awesome. So we're going to have more RAM inside of this, Apple Intelligence as well built in, and I bet as well there's going to be probably some exclusive Apple Intelligence features for the iPhone 16 and the 16 Plus that we just don't know about at this stage, but they will be revealed at the actual launch event. But something else that will be happening near the time of the iPhone 16's launches is the giveaway we're doing on this channel for this. This here is an iPad Pro, and I'm giving this away at the end of September time, and specifically this is an M4 13-inch iPad Pro spec'd up with 512GB of storage inside of it, and I'm going to be giving this away to one lucky subscriber on this channel. And all you have to do to enter into this giveaway is just put down in the comments below of what technology gear, whether this be Apple related or not, what you're planning to get in 2024. Put it down in the comments below right now. And also, like I said, as I'm giving this out to one lucky subscriber, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell, because near the end of September time, I will be announcing all the details about the giveaway, a few more, and there'll be a little form to fill in too, so make sure that you don't want to miss out on that. And also I'll be telling you guys when the actual live stream who I'll be giving this away to, that lucky subscriber. And something else to go along with that, I'm also going to be giving away one of these with it too, a magic keyboard to go along with the iPad Pro to get you guys started out there ready to go. So this is going to be absolutely awesome with that. And the final thing I just want to quickly say is that sadly there are still lots of scammers and spammers out there, people still impersonating me, telling you to WhatsApp, Telegram me, Instagram me even, telling you to part with money, pay for postage and things like this. Please do, guys, do not part with any money or anything. I'm paying for the postage and taxes, so the best thing to do is ignore them, or as you can see right here, please do report them. So next of all then, when will you be able to get your hands on the iPhone 16 and the 16 Plus, and what about its price? Well, we've been told for the actual release time it's going to be very similar to previous years, so most likely Apple will do their iPhone event with, say, the Apple Watch 10 as well, and this will probably happen in the sort of early to late teens of September time, and this is when generally Apple do this. And then what will happen to actually get your hands on it, this will actually be probably kind of around about the sort of mid sort of teens or to the sort of early sort of 20s, I would say, of the kind of September month, when you'll be able to get your hands on the iPhone 16 models, and that's when it's going to be available. But then for the actual price, well, actually it looks like for the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus, it may go up by around about $50 to $100 in US dollars this time round for the first time ever. What you've got to remember is, guys, with the iPhone 12, when that came out, the iPhone 12 to the iPhone 15 right now, the price is exactly the same. It hasn't changed one bit for the standard model. So Apple actually haven't increased their prices in years in US dollars. Now I know lots of other countries, including myself here in the UK, prices have increased, and the main reason behind that is due to taxes, and also the main factor I'd say is towards the currency that you have towards the US dollar. So the UK pound to the US dollar, how strong that is, the euro to the US dollar, and all the other currencies out there. Apple still need to make the same amount of profit wherever they sell an iPhone in the world, and unfortunately that does mean then that prices will increase across the board if, say, like I said, your currency is not as strong to the US dollar. So it does look like I said for the first time that we may get an increase for the very first time ever since the iPhone 12 on the iPhone 16 this time round, and obviously the 16 Plus may also get that increase in price too. But with that, guys, that is the latest and greatest that we know for the iPhone 16 and the 16 Plus. Are you excited for these phones? Which iPhone 16 would you like to get? Put your thoughts down in the comments below. And with that as well, guys, it's time to wrap this video up. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. Also, you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons too, make sure you subscribe subscribe to the channel, and also hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.